Hello and welcome back to the Kellogg Garden channel. I'm your host Resh Gala. If you're looking for some inspiration for designing and installing a vegetable garden of your own, an organic vegetable garden of your own, then look no further. This is the absolute right video for you. In today's episode, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of a stunning, epic kitchen garden that me and my company 100 Tomatoes designed and installed for a client here in New Jersey, growing zone 6B. So this garden is so beautiful. Trust me, it's not just me, but my client herself and her family has fallen in love with the place. And it has all the bells and whistles that you can think of: fencing, drip irrigation, fountain, a seating area, pollinator garden, and of course, custom raised beds made of cedar, and all the vegetables, herbs and flowers that you can dream of. So give me a few minutes to just drive up to my client's place and I will take you behind the scenes of this beautiful, epic kitchen garden. And don't forget, of course, to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss another gardening video from Kellogg Garden again. So here we are at my client's epic 2,000 square foot vegetable garden that is completely fenced in. And here's a gate. Of course, we have some grass that's going to start growing here soon, but let me give you a look right now. Take a look at this stunning garden. I almost don't want to talk because I just want you to take in and enjoy the beauty of this spectacular space. So welcome to the spectacular kitchen garden. It's 2,000 square feet, complete with all the bells and whistles. Fencing, check. Drip irrigation, check. A fountain, check. Seating area, check. And of course, we have pollinator garden and lots of beautiful herbs, flowers and vegetables that will delight any client. Now, the first consideration that we had to make was, of course, fencing. Now, if you are in New Jersey or any other place that has a lot of deer, chipmunks, squirrels, then you want to protect your vegetable garden and you don't want all your harvest to be eaten up by the critters. So the first thing you have to consider is some sort of fencing. In this case, we installed a wooden fencing that we made custom, and we reinforced it with some hardware cloth, and not just on top over here, but we also dug in deep, almost close to 12 to 18 inches almost underneath, to make sure that gophers and any kind of digging insects and pests don't get inside the garden. Now let me give you a tour of this stunning garden with all its raised beds and the things that we have planted in it. Just walking this way under the arches right here, we have some beautiful cherry tomatoes that are going to be trellising up of that, and we've tucked in some beautiful bright light Swiss chard. And you can see the color as it grows bigger, it's only going to get prettier and prettier. And this actually is ready to harvest, even if you want to have something a little bit more delicate and sweet. So that's Swiss chard. There's some tomatoes. I love growing the cherry tomatoes, which are either black cherry, sun gold, or super sweet 100. Those are my favorites. So we have cherry tomatoes here, and don't forget your good companion plants such as marigolds and other flowers to deter pests. And right here we have like a teepee style trellis. As you can see, it goes up and up and up. And we're going to be growing pole beans up of that. So we direct sowed these beans, of course, as you can see in the garden, and that'll take over this area. We have some Swiss chard and some flowers as well. And I love to tuck in some herbs, and that one is a trailing rosemary, and we've done the same thing here, so it just looks pretty, and of course it's edible as well. So we have the same thing going on here: some cherry tomatoes, flowers, marigolds, Swiss chard, and pole beans right there. Now, just walking this way, we have, of course, this other bed which has cucumbers growing there. There's some parsley right here and some peppers. And I think I'm going to tuck in another 1 or 2 pepper plants right here as well. Now, going this way, we have a shorter bed which is 3 by 6. Now, look at the amount of food that you can grow even in a very, very small space, right? Look at that. So we have some sugar snap peas growing up of this panel trellis at the back, and it's flanked in front by some broccoli plants as well as some radicchio. We have cilantro which is almost ready to bolt and go to flower, so I'm going to suggest to my client to harvest that ASAP. We have here some parsley, some leeks in the corner. There's some chives tucked in as well. So even if you have a small raised bed like a 3 by 6, that's a lot of food that you can grow, right? So keep that in mind. Make sure you pack in your space, and even if you have some empty spots like we do over here, what I would do is I would come in and first we put in the plants and the seedlings, and anytime I see any empty spots, I would just come in and direct sow. So that's what we sort of did over here. As you can see, we just direct sowed some bush beans, and I think these are the dragon tongue bush beans. They have a beautiful purple and yellow speckled variety. So that's over there, and of course we have some pole beans in that corner. So I think they have just started, as you can see. I don't know if you can see that, it's just starting to pop out. So anytime you have empty spaces in your garden, just come in and tuck some seeds in. That's a great way to keep growing your own food and have a continuous harvest. Now right here, I think in spring we had some bok choy that of course now the client has harvested, and it's getting pretty hot. So we are going to be, taking these out completely and maybe putting in some more cucumber plants because my clients love that. So as you can see, there was a little spot over here. So all I did was put in some seeds for carrots right there. And we have, of course, these stunning trellises which add to the beauty of a kitchen garden as well. Now you also want some practical considerations for a garden. So we have a hose right here just to hand water some of the seedlings, and even though we've installed drip irrigation in all these beds, I always recommend hand watering, especially for the first 2 weeks or so, because the roots are very, very small, and hand watering is more beneficial. So as you can see, we have drip irrigation as installed as well. Now, one of the other things I want you to keep in mind is if you are doing drip irrigation, fountains, things like that, you will have to make sure that you call your electrician or call some specialist such as an irrigationist and have them install these lines and the pipes for you. So as you can see, we have drip irrigation installed right here in the raised beds, and it's important to call an irrigationist so that you can have proper water nourishing your garden at all times. Now, another practical consideration apart from the soil and the water source right there to have it close to your garden is to include pollinators in your garden as well, or rather pollinator friendly plants in your garden. So over here we have echinacea, milkweed, we have some dill, and of course some sunflowers and corn will be cropping up as well. We also added lavender for beauty and borage, which is a great companion plant also. So make sure you have lots of herbs and flowers that are pollinator friendly to attract the beneficials in your garden. Now, if you have the budget, of course, go all out and get a seating area, custom trellises, a water body such as a fountain. But if you don't have the budget or you're on a limited budget, if there's one thing that you should splurge and invest on, it's the soil. So make sure that you have the best soil possible, the most which has the most organic matter in it and is high and good quality soil. Now, just to take you behind a little bit more, so not only do we have the fountain and all the raised beds like you see right here, but we have the stunning blue stone paver area, seating area right here. So the client obviously wanted a place where she could relax and enjoy her harvest and entertain as well. So we designed and created this, and it's a big area and it gives a lot of distance from the raised beds, as you can see right here, and the back of the garden. So it doesn't feel boxy and it feels like, it's got its own breathing room and space, so you don't feel too claustrophobic in this. And just to flank this area, which is a seating area, we added some arborvitae. and this adds like a nice little privacy cover as well, and looks so pretty too. So lastly, one of the most beautiful things that we installed in the garden was of course this fountain right there. It's a thing of beauty and peace and serenity. If you have the budget for it, I would highly recommend installing a water body or some sort of fountain in your garden. Not only does it, sound peaceful and serene, but it's also very attractive to the birds, and it just looks beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today and enjoying this beautiful kitchen garden that my company 100 Tomatoes designed and installed here in New Jersey. If you have any questions about some of the decisions that we made and some of the items that we use, the materials that we used here, please don't forget to mention in the comments and I'll be sure to answer your questions. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss another video from Kellogg Garden again. Thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Bye.